Kylemore recently introduced a brand refresh, and we've made a commitment to design and construct with wellness in mind. This highly influenced my approach when I began the design process for this townhouse. It's where luxury living meets wellness. We've created a space that's really rooted in timeless elegance and quality craftsmanship, but it also contributes to our clients' overall health and well-being. This townhouse is highly influenced by the luxury of a New York brownstone. The home is very spacious, has a lot of functionality, but it also has a lot of elevated features. We have decorative details, luxury storage, we have a lot of beautiful custom millwork, and it's a great home for a move-down buyer who still craves luxury living on a smaller scale, but also very well suited for a growing family. In this townhome, we are now on the second floor. When you reach the top of the first flight of stairs, you're greeted by the kitchen, which is most certainly the heart of the home in this townhouse. Absolutely love it. The kitchen is warm and refined with a lot of contemporary lines, but we have some traditional elements like luxury storage solutions, and the cabinetry is all constructed out of a rift-cut white oak. It's very rich, it's very elevated. I centered the wolf range on the back wall and added a paneled freezer and fridge. And on the opposite side, we added pocket doors that open up to reveal a formal bar, or you can close them to have an appliance garage. So it's very versatile. We use a stunning Calacatta marble slab. It's on the backsplash of the kitchen, on the sleek waterfall island, and behind the shelves on the coffee bar. I designed a coffee bar to serve as the element that divides the living space from the kitchen. This unit allows the two spaces to share natural light, which is really important when you're considering wellness design. We added a custom pod drawer, which is a detail that our manufacturer can introduce depending on the type of machine that you have at home. They can customize it, and I think it's brilliant. Another important decorative detail that I incorporated in here is the cabinetry hardware. I mixed a black marble with brass. This is the Berenson Firenze collection. It's absolutely beautiful. It feels like jewelry and definitely ties in some of those black elements that you see in the space. A very unique detail in this kitchen is the curved alcove scallop detail. It frames the kitchen beautifully. It looks like a piece of art in here. It really sets the tone for the rest of the home and adds a lot of dimension and visual interest. The hardwood floors used in this home are all a white oak. It's really beautiful, durable, lasts forever. But one thing I wanted to do in this kitchen was address the wet areas. I inserted a tiled carpet that runs under the island. It's between the sink and the range. It's where all the action happens. So it wears well, you don't have to worry about maintenance down the road, but we finish it with a really nice banding detail just to give it that flair. We continued the theme of unique shapes with the geometric pleated paper lanterns above the island. It softens the space, it adds some ambiance, and it definitely allows for some texture and coordinates with the drapery that we've installed throughout the home really nicely. Because we made all of these structural changes in the kitchen, I was able to introduce this expansive pantry in the dining room. It's very versatile. It can function as a bookcase, as a place to house your collectibles or your fine china. This was one of the first elements that I had designed in this kitchen, but I wanted the pantry doors to be constructed out of a wrought iron. However, in the end, we ended up using an MDF material and just painted it a matte black, which gave us the same look and feel. It's just a little bit lighter, it's non-warping, and to encourage the eye to travel and to form a sense of continuity between the kitchen and the dining room, I stained the interior of the built-in pantry doors the same natural finish as the cabinetry. It's actually the same material, it's the rift-cut oak. It's really beautiful, it's very rich. We added library lights above that coordinate nicely with all of the hardware in the kitchen. And we also added some glass shelves in there and some interior lights to showcase the display unit really beautifully. The dining table we chose seats 8 very comfortably, and we also chose it because of the solid marble legs. Not only is it a natural material, but it pulls in a lot of those really beautiful warm undertones that you see in the kitchen. One of the things that I wanted to do in this home was create beautiful moments and vignettes. I clad the fireplace wall with a lovely faux marble. It resembles the natural stone in the adjoining kitchen. It has really beautiful veining and warm tones. You would never know that it's not a natural stone. But I framed it with a black metallic trim because it looks like art. I feel it's the perfect backdrop to the dining experience. We added a raised integrated hearth that runs wall to wall and functions as additional seating. This now becomes an extension of the dining area and improves and enhances the dining experience overall. In this great room, we focused on space planning to create an intimate multifunctional room that has a lot of casual elegance. We created 2 distinct zones by positioning 2 sofas back to back. We anchored them with a marble console table and a shared chandelier. One side of the room is a little bit more formal, the other side is a little bit more casual. On the formal side, we have a limestone fireplace that's flanked by 2 custom built-ins. We played with verticality and went as high up as possible. These custom built-ins have a beadboard back in the interior just to keep it a little bit more casual. This level has 10-foot ceilings, so we really wanted to accentuate the ceiling height and also draw the eye up to reveal the grand waffle ceiling detail. The 10-foot ceilings not only look and feel spectacular, but they also enable us to install oversized windows to allow for better views and connections to the outdoors and also for better air circulation. And we have the benefit of the natural light, which is always a plus when you're considering wellness design. On the opposite side of the room is where form and function meet in the best way possible. One of the must-haves in this home was to create a suitable work and study from home environment. What I did here is create 2 workstations separated by a media unit. This built-in is constructed out of a really lovely oak material. And for some drama and a little bit more of a jewel tone moment, we stained the oak in a really dark and moody forest green. The library lights and the hardware we used contrast really nicely against the dark green. We added a lot of layering and a lot of natural materials in here to evoke that Scandi design with the grass cloth wallpaper that frames each desk unit really beautifully. And then we layered the wallpaper with canvas art that again continues the use of those vibrant greens. And then we added cane chairs. There's a highly curated selection of furnishings in here with the boucle sofas, the Sherpa chair, and the rich velvet chair. So all of these elements come together to create a really beautiful luxury gathering space. The powder room is located next to the stairs. It's tucked away. It's a great use of space. And I wanted to continue the use of elevated features and finishes and just have fun. The vanity wall features a faux marble. It's a porcelain, but it's a satin finish, so it feels honed and feels very natural. It rises to the ceiling and wraps around the integrated sink for a little bit of drama and a bespoke detail. We introduced different lighting options in the powder room as well. We have a round frameless backlit mirror and also a very funky Sputnik chandelier, and they're both on separate circuits, so you have the option of turning them on at once or one or the other. It creates very nice ambiance in there. What I love about this space is the charming wallpaper. It's by Schumacher, and I just feel like it creates a lot of whimsy, and any guest would appreciate the level of detail that went into this room. On this floor is where you'll find the heart of the home. There's so many beautiful eye-catching details. We have elegant storage solutions, luxury millwork, and wall treatments. So much for the eye to feast on, but I can't wait to show you what we did on the 3rd floor.